Greetings and welcome to the Midnight Tech channel. Today I have this 8GB GSM iPhone 4, which is in need of a new battery. The current battery inside of this device is a bit of a spicy pillow, I'd say. It presses on the back of the LCD when you press against the screen right here, and I find that its battery life is not particularly desirable. So I've ordered a new one, and in this video I am going to be replacing it. So I suppose let's get right into that. I did struggle a bit with getting the battery into place because the ribbon cable was not folded from the factory, so I had to fold it myself. And additionally, the proportions of the battery are a little bit unusual. It's a bit taller and narrower than a stock battery, so I had to kind of jam it in there to get it to stay. But it all worked out, so can't really complain all too much. here is our finished device. I've already calibrated the battery and loaded some stuff up onto it. As you can see here, we have a load of apps and it's jailbroken. It is running iOS 5.0.1 with the matching baseband firmware. It was manufactured in December of 2011, and it has never been updated. We are running the original software that it shipped with. I know it's not iOS 4, but it's not bad, I'd say. I'm going to play some Doodle Jump while I talk a little bit about this device. The iPhone 4 was introduced June 24th of 2010. It was the first iPhone to feature the new sharp-edged glass and stainless steel design, as previous iPhones had a more rounded shape. The original was made of aluminum and plastic, while the 3G and 3GS were both made of plastic alone. In fact, I have a 3GS right here, so you can see what that looks like. The 4's got the sharper edges, while the 3GS is rounded all around. The iPhone 4 also launched alongside iOS 4, the first version of the iPhone operating system to not be called iPhone OS. iOS 4 was a radical redesign compared to previous versions. It was the first to allow a home screen wallpaper. All previous versions of iOS allowed only a lock screen wallpaper. You would only have a black screen on the home screen, as you can see right here. This is the iPhone OS 3 home screen. iOS 4 also introduced a transparent, glassy dock on the home screen, and later on it introduced Game Center as well. The iPhone 4 ran on the A4 chip, which was Apple's first it was the first CPU that Apple designed in-house, and it's notably what started the path towards today's Apple Silicon. The original iPad in April of 2010 introduced the A4 processor, though it was running at 1 gigahertz and was paired with only 256 megabytes of RAM in that device. In the iPhone 4, it ran at 800 megahertz and was paired with 512 megabytes of RAM. The iPhone 4 notably had poor gaming performance compared to both its successor and its predecessor, the 3GS. The iPhone 4 had the same graphics chip as the iPhone 3GS, but with its new Retina display, which pushes 4 times as many pixels, the graphics chip was a little bit strained. It wasn't until the iPhone 4S in 2011 that it was given much more adequate graphical capabilities. So, in graphics-intensive games, the iPhone 4 gets worse frame rates than both the 3GS and the 4S. The iPhone 4 also upgraded the camera on the back from 3 megapixels to 5 megapixels, and it was the first iPhone to have a front-facing selfie camera. The iPhone 4 was also the first iPhone to come in a white color option that has a white bezel around the front screen, although that didn't ship until about a year after the iPhone 4 had already launched. Apple reportedly had difficulties in manufacturing the new white iPhone 4, and they were only able to rectify said difficulties a year after they had already shipped the launch models. This particular unit is an 8GB unit manufactured in late 2011 after the iPhone 4S had already launched. When the iPhone 4S launched, they introduced the 8GB iPhone 4 at a much cheaper price. And so this became their budget option. So, that's about all I have to show you in this video. I hope you have enjoyed. I will try to do more for this channel going forwards. And I hope you like this little niche of mine that I found. I hope to see you next time on the Midnight Tech channel.